But most of those things that you said you are doing in the district, if I clearly listen to you, you just started doing them from 2024. Now, my question to you is, before this time, what have been your personal projects in the district before 2023, 2024?
Before your question is before 2024, what did I do in the district? Junior, are you there?
He's asking about your project being not done in 2024.
You asking for projects before 2024?
Yeah. Do you have any
Yeah,
other project before that, before this year,
of
2024?
course I'm from Buyao. I was raised in Yao Blule, and I have done well most of life around that area. There are people who we sponsored through school. There are people we assisted financially in through schools. When we had the opportunity to do what we do, when we had the opportunity to do stuff, we did stuff for people. Those will be considered goodwill, and we will not go on to say some of those things here because they were private gesture for people. The only reason why I'm saying 2024 is because those are those things that we've touched since we became publicly engaged into politics, especially in the district.
Thank you. He's now around to continue the question. I think we can go to Bobby Wanti. Bobby Wanti, can you unmute yourself and ask your three questions?
Hey, Tapo, sorry, I don't know. Honorable Tapo, how you doing? I think we catch up in Minnesota a couple of weeks ago. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right. Yeah, Tapo, it's good seeing you again, and like you rightfully said, young people coming out to step into the gap, to probably showcase what they can do than the elderly people in our district. Like, I think everybody coming here saying the same thing. Our district have been left behind. I mean, we cannot denigrate the first or the past leadership that was there. They did their best. They do what they can. At least they open the pathway for other people to jump into it. So we appreciate them for stepping in. But so straight to my question, first thing, I think JR, Gion was trying to ask similar question that I was wanted to ask. Before you start thinking about getting into politics, when you was in Glody, let's say 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, before coming into politics, people say, let's live today like there will be election tomorrow. What have been your intervention? What have you done for the district? We're not talking about Glody. We're not talking about Zuople. This is where you from. Everybody there, they are brother, they are sister, they are family to you. Whatever you do for them, like you said, it's a good gesture, it's a good will. But in the entire district, what have been your intervention in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I think our district have the biggest terms in that region.
Yeah, thank you for the question. You see, when this kind of question comes about, it depends on which angle you are using to ask that question. Because before I got into politics in the district, and when he asked, what was your intervention from the office of the senator when you were working in the Capitol building to the youth of Buyao? Those questions are a little bit sinister to me. However, Zolger Medical Center happens to be the biggest healthcare referral center in Buyao district. Uh, when we were in the Liberian Senate, at the time I wasn't in politics in Buyao, as per your question, family, the town I'm from, and all of that. When we were in in the Liberian Senate, we made sure we advocated for that hospital, Zoge Medical Center, to be on government subsidy. That Zoge Medical Center, Gapley Health Center, and many other health centers around the country. I think there was two of them from Zoge. At the time, it was Zoge. The representative was Wole Duna. It was Ban Health Center, Zoge Medical Center, and I believe the one from Mutu. Three of them, we made sure that those were captured on a government subsidy. And government, even though the funding they were getting from the government were not much, but they helped with operational costs. And those were part of our advocacy when we worked in the Liberian Senate, when I worked for Senator Adolphus Dolo. When we left from the Liberian Senate, when we left from the National Legislature, all of those health centers that we captured in government budget, all of them were taking off government subsidy. All of them, not a single one of them stayed there. So when I was not in politics, yes, that was my contribution to Booyah that I can be proud to say. Yes, thanks to Adolphus Dolo for listening to the people at the time and taking these things to the Senate and taking these things to the legislature that yield dividends. And I'm proud to say that tonight.
All right, thank you, Takwal. Second question. Before all our people that go into politics these days, they will always come up with a theory. I was called by my people. Takwal, in you yourself, were you called by your people or you decide to go and serve your people?
I guess the question is if I was called by my people or I was called to serve my people. I guess that's the question, Bobby.
No, now you were called to serve. You know, you was called by my people to go and serve. You know, this thing was not my intention. My people called me, my people petitioned me, people been talking to me. But I think I asked the same question. A couple of aspirants have been coming. If you call by your people, it was not your will. They impose it on you. They tell you to do it. But was you, it's your own intention that, okay, my district has been behind for so long. I have this qualification. I have this thing. I have this thing. I think I can do better. Let me go consult my people before your people give you the blessing. Or if somebody that call you and say, Tako, I think you are better to do this.
I have always
I mean, tonight we facing serious problem. So we want to apologize to all of you.
again, apologies for the internet connectivity here in Liberia. Bobby, I think I heard your question very well and I'll respond to it. From a very young age, I have harbored political will. I have had interest in public office. In school, I was the justice prefect in high school. The people watching this show who went to high school with me in Stella Maris Polytechnic, I ran and I won as the representative of the business college to the Student Legislative Assembly. I became the speaker of the Student Legislative Assembly in Stella Maris. Yes, I was elected the speaker of the Student Legislative Assembly in Stella Maris. And in the absence of the president and the vice president, I became the chairman or the president of the Student Representative Council of Stella Maris Polytechnic. So yes, I have had ambition in politics from a very young age. A lot of people who know me, they saw this coming. People have seen this coming from a very long time. Yes, I harbored the political will, took it to my people, and it was endorsed by my people, if that answers your question.
All right, thank you very much. To my last question, Takwal.
And Bobby, just before you come in with your last question, if you can hear me clear, can you hear me clear?
Yeah, very clear. Very, very clear.
All right. Just before you come in with your last question, I want to set this straight. I want to set this record straight. Basically, we are not denigrating the person who was the representative for the district prior to 2025, prior to these elections. No. Matter of fact, I campaigned for Representative Koga on 2 different occasions. In 2 different elections, I campaigned for him. And we were the one outlining his achievements in those elections. Representative Koga built a whole high school in Tiableboyere, in Kodokwagu. He built a whole high school in Tiableboyere. Besides that, most of the projects that we are finishing today, for example, the town hall that we personally completed, or we are personally completing in your Bronto, that was constructed by Samuel Koga. A lot of projects he ran. It's just because this district is one of the warmest districts in the country. It has a long way to go. But we are in no way saying the former representative had no achievement. We are just saying they did their part, but there's still a lot to be done. I just wanted to set that record straight.
Thank you. Talk about my last question. You are going to the first branch of government if you have the opportunity in this by-election. This is the cooking part of the country where they cook all the food in before they divide this food to the children in the house. We have lawyers, we have university teachers, we have people that have worked with other governments outside of Liberia, people that have 3, 4, 5, 2 degrees. This district that we talking about today, all the others sitting on this show, everybody will agree with me. Some of us or some people might not have a political ambition for now, but we all carry this district and this country at heart. Tapa, what are you taking to that building if you are elected to go there? Because we don't want to produce another, I'm sorry to use this, another vampire, where somebody would just go into the building, they have nothing to offer, they would just be fighting, they'll be making noise so people can notice them because they would make noise or they would hear. Again, one second, you were coming. One second, you were coming. 1 second. Again, you are working with, we have 9 electoral districts. You're going to be working with 9 lawmakers plus 2 senators.
So,
no, D, you are muted.
okay, so I said because the guest is in Liberia currently, we have to be short with the question so that at least we can get him. When we make it long and the internet is fluctuating, it will be a problem. So make the question short. You can come back 2, 3 times, but we have to hear from him. Other than that, we will only be talking. So I don't know, his internet is the serious problem. So when he come back, I think he was about to respond, so that gave him the opportunity to respond.
Yeah. But man, I thought they said you were sick, you're going for a hospital again.
Me? No, they're not sick, man. My head, the thing I talk to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when we're doing it, then my head can be
No, in Liberia, if you when you hear it, you're not signal, but on the side of signal, you don't know.
Right. Yeah, you can just say, oh, you get headache, take that in. That's it. That's a major thing, yeah.
So when I left, did you guys ask him the question I was about to ask?
Yeah.
The first question, yeah, he answered it.
Yeah, he answered the question when you were Alfonso relayed the question and then he responded to it.
Yeah, so I don't want us to be repeating the question before he thinks like we are making him bold. We gotta hit him more of the tough question.
You have to make emphasis on it when somebody is coming and the guest is almost an hour in the program. Sometimes they go back to the question. Mm-hmm. So when somebody is repeating the same question, just tell them, no, we asked that question already. That forward. Yes. So now we are managing. The guests will not come in. Okay, then we are good. Oh, okay. We get more.
Probably.
No, Reverend, you good. Reverend, you good. Takbaja respond to Bobby, and please, when that limit, that reduce the question, the time of the question. Let's do it short and hear for the guest. This program is actually dedicated to the guest, so we want to hear from him. Let our people hear from him. Let the question be very short.
All right,
Takbo,
Bobby,
go
can you
ahead.
please repeat your question? The internet was going in and out. Can you please repeat your question, Bobby?
Yeah, like I was saying, what are you taking to that building? Because we don't want to produce a bobo lawmaker or the fighter. We want to produce a lawmaker that will fight for our district. And how you willing to cooperate to work alongside with the 2 senators and the 9 lawmakers?
Bobby, thank you very much for the question. However, me and you have had personal interactions. You know me. When it comes to being a Bobo lawmaker, you can tell from even if you have never seen me before or we've never interacted before, just from our conversation on this show, you can tell as to whether I will be a Bobo lawmaker or not. But I have represented Liberia at the United Nations. I have represented my student community when I work in the youth and student community here in this country. I've represented this country outside of Africa and here in Africa and here in Liberia. I have legislative experience. Like I said on the show, I have worked in the Liberian Senate. I do have legislative experience. I know what it means to work across the aisle. I know what it means to agree with opponents when you need to agree. And I know what it means to stand up for your people when you have, you need to stand up for your we have all of these experience that we bring to the Capitol building. I have the requisite education to take to the Capitol building. I have interacted with people. We want a lawmaker who is able to stand with people and argue, even if you think that person is power than you. For example, you were able to tell the president, Mr. President, I beg to differ, and you will not fall to the pressure.
This show tonight, I don't really know what is going on. When our guest start to deliberate on the question, then all of a sudden he will just drop.
And you will not bow to the pressure of people simply because you have not had these kind of experiences before. For example, when Mr. Weah was president in this country, that's one of the things we were afraid of. Because if we had met, war leaders, it would be like, everything would be yes, sir. You need a representative. You need a lawmaker who have the self-awareness of being elected by his people. And his duty is to his people and not to anyone else. You need a lawmaker who knows what they stand for, who knows legislative procedures, who have worked with other lawmakers, who have worked in politics, who have the experience. You need this lawmaker. And I believe I am the only person in this entire race that brings everything to the table, everything that I've just listed. I have the legislative experience. I have the experience in working in public and private sectors. I have the experience in working in non-governmental sectors. We have worked across the aisle. We have proximity to the president. You need a lawmaker who will be connected. I'm proud to say these things. And I believe if, by the help of God, I walk into the Capitol building on day one, we will be ready to execute the job of the Booyah people. There will be no time to learn on the job. There will be no time to learn on the job. And Bobby, that's what I believe I bring to the table.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Bobby, for those questions. I went off for a little while, so if I'm asking any question that you guys have asked, please erase a checkpoint so I can ask another question. Now, Honorable Takwa, I would like to say again, welcome and thank you for being here tonight. My question to you, I want to take you back to the statement you made by constructing schools in the district. You know, one of the problems we face in Liberia is this issue of maintenance. There are many schools in the district, but you realize that we don't have teachers. You realize that those schools are not maintained. Are there any plans on your agenda that if you build or construct any other facilities that's part of school to maintain those places? And what are those, mechanisms you will put in place for that?
Yes, thank you very much. But thank you very much, Ping. We basically are having all of these situations going on. The schools, the one we're constructing from foundation to roof level, that will be a government school. That will not be a private school. Let's start from there. That school will be a private or a public school. After that school is constructed, will be turned over to the government. But what are in our plans for education in the district? The first thing is most of our teachers in the district, and I keep saying this everywhere I go, most of our teachers in the district, first of all, are volunteer teachers. They're VC. They're volunteer teachers. We're going to find a way to make sure that these people get on payroll. We'll first of all make sure they do have the education. They require education to teach our children. We will make sure our teachers get the basic training that they need to teach our children. Because other than that, we all so we will make sure that our teachers get the education that's required to teach our children. And after they get the education, we will advocate that our teachers get on payroll, on government payroll. When they are on government payroll, they will bring a lot more to the job. And then all of these
This is a very serious embarrassment tonight. I don't know whether there is rain.
I think Takbo is rooming. Takbo might be using his US number. Then he come back. Takbo, are you using your US number?
using my US number.
For you, yes. Are you using any local number on this? Your internet.
I do have a local number. Matter of fact, the internet I'm using is local internet. Orange and Lone Star. I've been trying both of them back and forth. Orange and Lone Star.
Go ahead, my man. Just be on point so that your people will hear you.
Internet's terrible.
You were speaking to the question that I asked. Continue.
I don't think Takwa is hearing us.
This is really bad. This is bad off, and I think it's okay too. On the other hand, because these are the people that comes to us to say they want to contest, and they make all of the promises to us after they have reached the spot they want to reach. Now we still face the same problem. How can a country very old as Liberia still face internet connectivity up to present? And we've had government upon government upon government, but we still have internet problem in the country. It's really heartbreaking.
Orange has been a better option, but tonight Orange is just not an option in this process.
Yeah. So thank you. I think you answered the question that I asked.
Maybe I
Now
should
to
just
my next
silence.
question. To my next question. Many politicians have promised these promises that you are making and they have failed. Why do you think the people of District 5 should trust you with your vote that you will implement these things you are saying?
The Takwa is frozen again.
Yeah.
Yes. General, I was trying to make this suggestion. Apparently, the honorable man can change his position. Let him try to change his location. Let's see what happens.
He has been changing back and forth, but we don't know what is going on. He has actually been changing.
Yeah, that's a problem that we have with the internet in Liberia, though. So I don't know where is he sitting. Probably he could go in the living room.
It could be to the people, the police are trying to run against them, trying to hack him so they can't hear him talking booyah.
Thank you very much. I'm hoping that you guys can hear
Keep
me
quiet. Bobby, keep quiet.
now.
Yeah,
I
honorable.
know a lot of politicians have made these promises. Not a lot of politicians have been fortunate to be elected in Buyao. I'm
God damn it. This is
When you're
getting
doing
deep.
this, you go. When you're doing this, you please check your bag guy and bring some of our, laughter on so we can laugh some more.
Yeah. I mean, Bobby, I must appreciate you for these questions you are asking. You know, it's better that we know what these guys are bringing to the table. Even though we are sitting on the show here tonight, and we will be here to inform our people, but we believe too that some of these things that happen in the legislature, they are not actually the reason why those guys go to the legislature. You have somebody there, their way of advocacy is way different. Somebody is being elected to represent his people, but they don't talk when they arrive in the house. So, I mean, shining light on these questions, we will have evidence on them that tomorrow we can still use it here to, critique the person if they are not doing those things.
Our legislature themselves. Whenever they have this session, you can actually follow them to see whether in their faces. There's no serious there. Somebody is on the floor talking, everybody on their phone talking different things. I mean, if I say now, talking things that are not necessary for them to focus and get his point and make amendment to his point or reject it, they will not do that. They will just be hearing there with noise. So it's not easy, brother. I don't think they particular group of people who get in that place will change Liberia, even though the pressure from the people making them to do something out of the way. But I don't think they will change. On that way, we will get different mindset of people to come in that place. That's the only way. Yeah,
They
the
will.
parliament can be very noisy.
DK, somebody in the comment section saying that you should investigate what's going on with Takwa Internet.
guys, I'm really
My brother, I
trying my
finished telling
best
you what's going on with Tabo
to
Internet.
that.
Honorable Mabia, welcome back. Can you hear us? Honorable Mabia, can you hear
Somebody
us?
say you've been hacked by down.
Takwa?
I can see him. I can see Bobby. Active.
Yeah, the show tonight is not getting the momentum that it's supposed to get because of the
Yeah,
internet.
no, the internet. DK probably knows something about this internet thing tonight. I don't trust DK. I don't trust DK
Okay.
and Bobby.
Yeah, welcome back, Chief. Welcome. You
I don't
were
trust
shining
DK,
light
Bobby.
on the question that we
Hey,
asked.
can I go at the
Nobody
past
knows
the guest scheme and accuse him?
No, leave him. He were here, your uncle fighting on one thing, not blame your uncle on the outside. Like me and DK, you can't blame us.
I don't trust who
Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
welcome back, Chief. Can you maybe shine a little light on the question that I asked?
Oh yeah, I heard a question. Many politicians have made promises. Not many of those politicians, first of all, have been fortunate to be elected. I believe politicians who made those promises and were elected in Buyao had the opportunity to make good on some of those promises. The reason why the people of Buyao can trust us to deliver on these promises to them is that they already see that we don't go around the district making lots of commitments. But when we do make by those commitments, when we do make commitments, we stand by those commitments. So those are examples, those are clues that they can take, and they do understand that when we are making these commitments, we will be able to live up to them, because as politicians, you should live today like election is tomorrow. And so, yes, the people can trust that whenever we say we will do something, we will do them. And I believe what from us so far, they can trust that we will be able to make good on these commitments.
Thank you. My last question before we go to the next panelist is, there are a whole bunch of laws in Liberia. If you are fortunate to win this by-election, which law or policy will you put on floor first to be reformed by you and your
Thank
colleagues?
you very much. That is a very good question. There's so many laws in Liberia, like you said, and some need reform. Some of them do not need reform. Some of them need implementation, and there still can be new laws. The first law that you're probably looking forward to putting on the floor of the House of Representatives is the election law. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we get to you now.
The election law. The first thing we'll probably discuss will be the election laws. Is often conflict between bigger counties and small counties, but it is unconstitutional. It is unconstitutional for somebody from Buyao district. Buyao district has 29,000 registered voters. And the citizens of that district in total would be anywhere between 30,000 to 45,000. That would be the citizenry, both the voting population and the non-voting population of that district. It is unconstitutional for somebody to be representing 40,000 persons in district number 1, Nimba County, Buyao district, while somebody is representing 10,000 people from Grand Crew County. That is unconstitutional. It's against the elections law of Liberia, Article 80D and E of the Liberian Constitution. There was a resolution passed in 2010 when I was in the Liberian Senate that gave rise to the 2011 elections, and that is the resolution that we still use today. That resolution that was passed by the House and the Senate and signed into law by the President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, that law is unconstitutional. That law is unconstitutional. That resolution is unconstitutional. That resolution needs to be abolished. That is the resolution under which we should have had 25 lawmakers from Montserrado County and 17 lawmakers from Nimba County. Equal representation is called equal representation. If somebody from Nimba County is representing 25,000 people, the person from Grand Crew County should be representing 25,000 people, or you have one representative, period. The law says there should be equal representation across the board, and provided every county has one lawmaker. So it's not a problem if every county has one lawmaker. So counties like Grand Crew, those places are supposed to have one lawmaker each. So equal representation will probably be the first law, because equal representation gave rise to these development projects. Equal representation gave rise to where we will have a county development funding. You can't have 200,000 going to Nimba as a county for county development fund, and have 200,000 going to Grand Crew as a county. That's nonsense. That's basically nonsense. Those are things that we need to be looking at lawmakers of Nimba County. So equal representation will be a priority for me. If the threshold will be 10,000 to be represented, then we have 10,000 across the board. So we have to repeal that resolution from 2010, gave rise to the 2011 presidential election, and reinstate the elections law of Liberia, Article 80D and E.
Thank you. Thank you so much. A follow-up question before I go to the other people quickly. You are a newcomer in this election. What are some strategies that you have put in place to win this election? Honor, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So my question was, what are some of those?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We are getting you.
Mhm.
Did you get my question? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. My question to you is, as a newcomer into district number 5 politics, you have other folks that have been there before. What are some of those strategies that you have put in place to win this election?
The strategies to win this election is simple. Get down to your people, deliver the message to them, make yourself acquainted with them. They go to the poll and they vote for you, you win the elections, period.
Thank you.
Our people vote in a certain pattern. They have to be familiar with you. They have to be comfortable with you. They have to believe that you are one of them. They have to believe that you are in their interest, and then they will go and vote for you, no matter who you are. The strategy of winning this election is to continue to provide a message to our people. Most of our people are educated. Well, they're literate. Most of our people are literate. They know what they want. That I can tell you for a fact. They do know what you want. If you provide a message to our people and let them know what you are going to do as a person, what you bring to the table, and if they're comfortable with you, they're going to vote for you. And I do believe in these elections that the entire country, we should all be aware that this is the only election in this country at this time. So the entire country is going to be focused on this election. There's going to be no room for malpractice. There's going to be no room for double dealings. What you put in is what you get. You have to talk to our people. You have to talk to our people and be able to win their confidence, and then you will be able to win this election. That is the strategy.
Thank you. Now, electoral violence is one of the problems we face during election period, which district number 5 is of no exception to that. From your camp, what are you doing to not engage into this, policies?
It is true that electoral violence has been an issue in Liberia, and of course, yes, like if you said it right, district number 5 is no exception. In the last election, there were a few instances of, attempted electoral violence around. But it's also true that this is different times. First of all, we've told all of our supporters, that if the only way you have of running campaign is by insulting other candidates, then you are not on our side. We don't want your.
Damn it. Aloysius, welcome to the show. After here, we will turn the floor over to you to ask your 3 questions, and we can go back to DK. He will ask his question. We go to Afonso and then to Bobby. But we don't know what is happening to the honorable internet. A lot of folks are listening from the district currently, but our guest tonight, his internet keep fluctuating.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Chief.
Before I continue, before I continue, I think you guys are going to have to find a time this week. You guys are going to have to find a time this week to bring me back on the show, because as you can see, our viewers and our supporters alike did not have the best of this show because of the internet situation. We've gone above the 1 hour because the internet happened. So you guys can find a time this week where we can do this again. Maybe we will have better connectivity at that time. To answer your question, we've made known to our supporters and our followers and people who are supporting us in these areas that we do not want supporting us to be insulting other candidates. That has happened in the past. We don't want it. I am personally friends with almost all of the people who are running in this election. Koto Kwagru and myself have a pretty cordial relationship. We call each other all the time. Jackson Yuo and myself was in student politics together from when he was in UL. He ran with the lead of Preston Kakeza in the NUSA election on UL campus. We have a pretty cool relationship. Something when I have a very good relationship. Augustus Menkwa candidates in this election. And if you have cool relationship with people, you don't look to get into confrontation with them. I know this is elections, and I know it can get heated at times, and I know people emotions can run high, but we are looking to keep these elections as civil as possible, as safe as possible going into. I always tell people, election is an event. It comes and go. We remain. The people remain. Our time remain. August 12th is right around the corner. August 13th, we're going to have a new representative of Booyah District, and we're going to have to move on. And I hope that representative is me. But God forbid, if that representative is not me, we will accept the election results and keep it stepping and keep working for our people.
Thank you. I will stop here and I will turn the floor over to Aloysius Bumi. Aloysius, please, because of time and the internet connection that our guest is having, let's limit now the question to two, that we can let him go so we have our post analysis. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Getting Studio. And thank you for appearing here, Aloysius Mambia and Takwa Mambia. I know you from Stella Marie and UL. We did a lot of students work together at some point. But by then you were there.
Who's asking a question?
Huh? Hello?
He's asking for your name.
His internet, he was asking, apparently he wasn't seeing you, he was asking who asking the question. So yes, yeah. So we have to let him tell suitable time. Yeah, then tell us suitable time is available. He's actually having internet issue. When Aloysius was talking, he didn't even know who was asking. So yeah.
And it's really bad for him because we did all of the necessary publicity today, and I know most of it.
He will come, man. The thing always one more away. That what them will stay kind of that one will talk tired. We will bring here.
Hello? You can get me now?
Can you try using your phone and see maybe the phone internet gonna be good?
And Takwa had to speak you to us here tonight because we've heard that Takwa
Hello? Oh, he's gone again.
Yes, he has left. So again, folks, if you are just tuning in, you're listening to the Heat Hour here on BKS TV.
No, I know, Gino, when Aloysius come back, we have another Aloysius Bumi who is not a candidate. So because the question is giving hard time, if he's allowed to speak a loud and tell his availability, let him do that. We can leave here and Rosie, let ask him for availability next week, and then he can make. If he's in Nima, he can make a way to where he will get good internet, at least to talk to his people back home. He really having issue with the internet.
Yeah,
somebody having background stuff. I don't know where it's coming from.
I think it's either Aloysius. Maybe Bobby or Aloysius.
I don't know. I lower my AC. I mean, car is kind of 90 degree air, not a 1 degree. So I don't know what it's.
So just when you're ready to speak, then you unmute.
Yeah, but it's okay now, right? You say you're in it because
when you are not speaking, you put it on mute. Have you lived Have you visited Phoenix, Arizona before?
I live in Austin, Texas when I first came to the US.
So
So
where you guys can say Texas, there's no state in the US that is hottest than Phoenix, Arizona.
uh,
Was that 2022, 2022? I was leaving the East Coast, Philadelphia, and traveling back to Phoenix. Transited in Houston. They had to cancel our flight because the pavement at the airport was very hard. Plane was not landing.
yeah. That's all.
Yes, it's so Phoenix. When every state is reporting 90 degrees, 96 degrees, always 3 digits, sometimes 120 degrees.
Oh yeah. That's how
Oh, Phoenix hot.
Austin is very, very hot. 100
Yes,
when you get
Texas, Nevada, Arizona, but Arizona is the most hottest state.
oh yeah, I've not been there, but people talk about that. Texas
Yeah.
is also hot. I mean Iowa is not really hot, even as it's 91 degree a little bit. The humidity is very low,
Yeah.
so it's not like Texas. Man. Texas is too much.
But the thing about Texas sometimes have occasionally they have snow. Phoenix does not. Arizona does not have snow at all.
What sounds snow out there? I only experienced snow. I was in Texas for I think 4 years. I only experienced snow one time, not even major snow. The only thing that they had was the ice falling. They make the road so slippery for a couple
Yeah.
of
So John,
hours.
you can bring all your post analysts to start doing that. When Takwa comes, let's just ask for a parting comment and ask for anytime he will be
Can I
available.
charge anything if you come to something correct? I want I just one question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Had Aloysius Mambia or Nan Takbo. You know me, I think I don't know. When I'm Aloysius Bumi, we did a lot of student work together on Instagram. Like you mentioned Jackson and Preston and all of those people. I guess just you know me. Not even I guess you know me as well, but maybe because of the situation of the okay, let's just focus on that. So my question to you is this. And I got two questions I'll put all together at once. There have been other issues in Booyah there. Like I said, I know you from UL, I mean from Stella Marie's on the student activism level. And we all have transcended from the student level now in the larger community. And we all from Booyah. And as a young person, there have been a lot of activities in Booyah, a lot of challenges and intensive, specifically with our leadership, the outgoing leadership, or the already gone leadership on Samuel Gongwen Koga. You from Lulin, there were points where there was a clash between Honorable Koga supporter and other oppositions, and it was alleged that somebody from Honorable Koga or Kiam caught somebody here in Bluely. We did not hear you saying anything about it. And then it came a time again, there were another issues in Buele, where I hear from. Where on a Rokoga, but then the representative went there and arrested a lot of people from Buele. He arrested a lot of people from Buele, and he
Takbo has left again, so I think
okay,
you will have to wait.
okay,
What we
so
do, let's try to let him go and
okay,
have our post analysis. Then we can plan a time for him to be here. But I want to inform those of you listening to the radio, and those of you following us on the TV page, that tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, we'll have on here Mandy Wogbe. She's the lone female candidate in this by-election. She's going to be here tomorrow too, as we always do it, to give her the opportunity to speak to her people. And the debate is scheduled for the 16th of July, which is next Wednesday, and that debate will be in Woodwood Town. Now, we spoke today with the police commander of Nima, and according to him, he's going to dispatch at least one picker full of policemen to be there, both armed and unarmed policemen to be there. So, I mean, the environment will be cool, it will be peaceful, and we are expecting Takbo and his team, including all of those we have sent letter to be there. But we've not sent letter to Takbo. We'll do that today right after he leaves the show. Welcome back. Alasha, just be very fast with your question. Then we
Okay.
can let, yeah.
Okay, then Kogat, Kogat want to arrest people, the youth from Berlin, and put them in jail, Sunny Colin. We got to lobby around here, even hire a lawyer to free them. And what will you do as a lawmaker so that you cannot, overstep or use your authority against your own people? Because booyah is they have been.
This is frustrating.
I would suggest let Tapo take a lead, and then we properly plan this for everybody, because like this, people will think Tapo is not saying what he's supposed to say, and Tapo will blame our station for this.
Yeah, so let him come with
we are not denying you this, but you are always here. Let get his parting comment. And
Yeah. Boy, I agree.
Yeah, different is not working for him. So
yeah,
he really need to communicate with our people as a candidate, and this is not really working for him. So let him give a parting comment and tell us when he will be available to come.
Yeah, I agree.
So tomorrow the loan female will be here, and we are still in contact with her. If she will appear tomorrow, we will have her. If she won't appear again, we'll give the opportunity to Cornelius, then maybe we can bring Takwa in. Honor, because of the network problem you're having tonight, we cannot continue with you. We're giving you this platform to speak to your people, and then most of the things you are saying, you are kind of like tripping. So we want you to just give us your parting comment. We will plan a time for you to appear here again. Are you there?
Yeah. Well, if you can hear me, and people there can, if one of you guys can hear me, thank you for the.
Me pagata waga gbene aperu.
I know yeah, I won't go away.
Yeah, so giving us from the back. We are planning for you anytime this week. Just tell us anytime you're available, we will bring you in. Just let us know ahead of time. We will put your announcement on and just change the date. Actually,
you and Gio, can one person call Tapo from the back and talk to him on the phone from the back?
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah,
thank you.
But the only thing is, we just wanted him to give a parting comment and tell us what day he will be available. This is not really working for him. Tapo, when will you be available? Just give us your parting comment. This is not working.
Yeah, it's not working tonight. I can be available tomorrow. Anytime this week, I can be available.
No, that do Wednesday.
For better internet. This is clearly not working. I'm for this. All this really disappointing that this is happening. I apologize to the audience. I apologize to our people, and hopefully we can make it better.
Thank you, Takwa. Then we will have you.
Yeah, I will gladly take Wednesday. I will gladly take Wednesday. Yeah, I will gladly take that. If you can see me, I'll take that. I apologize and look forward to doing this again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Takwa Mambia. Thank you. We appreciate your coordination here tonight.
Thank you for having me on, and I look forward to speaking with all of you guys with a better circumstance.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant good night. We'd like to welcome to the show our CEO, Avin Seka Sunia. Welcome to the show. Praise Sly. I don't know if that's Sly. Welcome to the show too. Seli or Sly? Which one? If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please. Seli, okay. Seli, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Aloysius, let's go with you. Then we can go to the CEO, then Seli.
I think Aloysius is muted.
I said, actually, thank you for giving me the time, but I've not been following from the beginning and in the middle. The internet was giving trouble. And do you know you that get kids in this country when the children go to sleep? When the children go to sleep, it's equipment upon you to go to sleep because when they wake up, you got to wake up along with it. So I see that carry me. I just woke up not too long, but it's been a fun discussion. I'm not sure if somebody that I know personally, and he's articulated, and he's a good young man coming out. The only thing problem that I wanted to ask was that why we are not been hearing him in the advocacy when it comes to boo boo yow, all of the happenings we are now heard from him. For me, I've done 100% believe in building personal initiative, building school, which is still good. But your voice bringing to light what is happening in our district is one of the key things for me. I highlight. So my issue was I've never been hearing from him throughout, except now that I'm hearing Aloysius speaking. So that's some of the things that are high. But other than that, you're a good gentleman, you're a smart guy. Um, yeah, that's it. hmm
Yeah, so Alfonso, you are the next in line, so you have to coordinate until June come back. But having that year from you quick, then we'll go to Chris. But Alfonso, once June is away, take over, please.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
See you, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. I think Gion is also having the same issues that Luscious having, that Takwa having. You guys can hear me, right?
No, I'm okay. I'm trying to set out things with Takwa quickly. That's why.
Yeah, you can hear me. Right?
Yeah, we are getting you.
Yeah, man. What happened to Takwa tonight is something similar that we are trying to address. Things like network issues should not be a problem for us in 2025, where we are struggling with stable. Oh, shoot. Stable in the. Oh, oh my God, what's going on? Can you
CEO, let hold you there. I beg you. Let bring in Takwa. He's on the form. He has to give his parting statement.
guys hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Hello, can you hear me, Junior?
Yeah, we are getting you. CEO, please let hold you there to speak to Takwa shortly.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank
Okay,
you
go ahead.
for having me on. Thanks to you guys for the opportunity. I look forward to speaking with all of you on Wednesday. We make better preparation, even if it means going to a hotel venue where we can access Wi-Fi and other things. We will do it. We rely heavily on local internet tonight from Lone Star and Orange, and that clearly did not work well for us. And we will do better next time on Wednesday when we come to the show. But what I wanted to say is I think this was a very good conversation. And in due course, we'll be able to talk to you more about our platform. We have to do with education, electricity, healthcare delivery, and infrastructure. We are heavy on education and healthcare delivery for our people. And we want to ensure that opportunities are given to the young people, like in my case. And I believe Aloysius's question he was asking was about my advocacy in the international sphere. I have lobbied with the U.S. Congress. That's something that I mentioned here. I have lobbied with the U.S. Congress. I've worked with the Massachusetts congressional delegation. I have worked with the New Hampshire congressional delegation. I've worked for an agency called Resort. They work on international homework education and vaccine. I lobby for that organization on Capitol Hill. So I have experience in advocacy on the local and international levels. I have photos to prove when I spoke with senators, vice presidents, and representatives on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. These are things we've done for other people, and we can replicate it and bring it to our own people. I look forward to speaking with all of you guys on Wednesday, and thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable. We hope to have you on Wednesday. Thank you. Have a good night. So that's it. We just needed to do that shortly before he leaves us. But let's hear you, CEO.
Where Takwa calling from? Is he in the district or is he Monrovia?
He's in Monrovia. Calling to him.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, but anyway, I was just saying, something similar to what he said. This time of, we should not be struggling from stable internet in our country, but it's unfortunate that where we find ourselves. And with the likes of Takwa and all others that are vying for, higher position in our country, we hope that we can move our country overall in the right direction. I just want to say, Takwa, thank you for coming on. If you can hear me, I know the network didn't allow you to really, for us to have a smooth show, but overall, I heard some bits and pieces of the conversation. Very smart guy, and we hope to have you on Wednesday. We will make every accommodation. We'll set up the thing again, and we'll reach out to you for us to host you, because we still need to hear from you. We still need to hear everything you have to offer to our people. Your platform, void of any internet, disruption and stuff like that. But thank you so much. I know, Junior, I also sent you the invitation for our upcoming debate in Boutro. I know you consented to that verbally, but we hope to see you there on the 16th for that debate. Again, I wish you all the best. Booyah. I heard you saying something about the stability and peaceful nature of our election. We are all brothers. All of you guys are vying for that one office. We are all somehow connected. So we are all brothers. Elections will come and go, and we'll all remain brothers in Booyah. So I wish you guys the best. Everyone that is vying for this office, I wish all of you guys the best. And we long live Booyah and long live Liberia. Look forward to seeing you on here again on Wednesday.
Thank you, CEO. Grace Silly, welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Oh, thank you. Let me say good evening to all the panelists, and let me say good evening to Takwa. I've been finding the show for the past couple of days. Of course, I'm from Booyah, but I'm from Nimba. It's the Tapeta district. And we have been involved into both Nimba issue and national issues. And we also want the best for our county, besides the way we came from. So let me say thank you to you guys for the job well done. They keep pushing the peace. I know all of those candidates have their own support or their support base. But the primary issue should be peace. Sometimes they will go local here with each other. But that issue number 5 be their common denominator. Then they push peace, all the supporters. Let peace be the major issue of the day. And most of those candidates that in the race, I know them personally. They Takwa, Instina Maris. I was in AME. We were highly involved into Nimba student politics when people were DK'd, and President Kagan and the rest of the people was also in the student committee. So again, it's a great team. Just his platform, the internet couldn't permit him to dive into his platform to explain what he wants to do for the people of district number 5, where some of us could ask few questions. But again, as I said, on Wednesday he will be back. We will also keep our question for that. But only thing I will say tonight, the people of district number 5, let peace be the common needed for the day. Let peace be the major character actors in a by-election. People should not go after family members or individuals. Let peace be the common goal. Because after the election, district number 5 remains for the people of Booyah. District number 5 remains the common ground for all the citizens from that end. So I just want to add my voice, so many voices out there that they should just encourage their supporter not to carry on violence as the debate have been scheduled. Some of us, we have 1 or 2 persons that we supporting from the radio station in Tapeta. We will connect them to go there to call our particular program also. So Nimba County, the mentality or what they have about us when it comes to our character, let erase that violent things in Nimba County, that erase it. So we'll keep pushing the peace in our district. And I'm saying thank you to every one of you guys. And we'll keep our question for maybe when Tapo comes back, maybe on Wednesday. So we can ask all those questions that we think can benefit the people of that district. Once again, let's say thank you for the Pisali, North Dakota, in Fargo. Thank you. And I'll be following closely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are glad to have you on here tonight, and we hope to have you again tomorrow because we are having one of the lone female candidate. Let's say so. We are having a lone female candidate here tomorrow, so we hope to have you on the show. Let's do this by first come, first serve. Melvin Hope Reverend. Let me not put myself in some kind of situation. Reverend Melvin Hope Aswa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, JR, for the recognition. I think it was a wonderful show tonight. Only that the internet was giving a bit of hard time. And I heard Bobby saying it is the guys from Booyah that are trying one another. And I think I'm going to subscribe to that. They don't want they don't want to give maybe a chance to talk. But I think it's a good thing that we can have most of our young people vying to be a leader for our district. Only before when we talk about representatives, you only see old faces. But it's very challenging that we can see a lot of young people. One like the one that just left from the studio. I may not know him personally, but he's from a good family. That my father taught me in Lhasa, in Yekepa. And I know his father to be a very good man. We hope and pray, like our elder speaker rightly said, that the election in Booyah will be peaceful. We are calling on all of our supporters and everybody else in the race that support us to be peaceful. And we'll pray because this election is all about family members. You got people from the same church, you got people from the same town, you got people almost from the same house that are vying for this one position. I have a few questions that I wanted to ask Tabo, but we hope and pray that the next time he comes, we will have the opportunity to be able to ask him again to the team, JR and Alfonso, DK. Have you played DK Dempsey Sony yet, JR?
No, DK begged me. He said you are going to buy me scratch car, so I should leave that.
Oh no! I think it should have been a consensus. Everybody here, JR, please put that video up. We want to speak.
So Bravi start between you and DK. So Bravi start between you and DK now, right?
You know when there's no inland candidate appearing, the Reverend can be okay, but when they get two inland, so it can be fasting in the back.
No, I'll tell you guys because they are not even at the house. I'm out, so that's how I'm not going to go into the back. Like I said, thank you so much. The show is gaining momentum, and we hope and pray that we will be and we also pray that the coming debate will be a very wonderful time. Thank you much.
Thank you so much, Reverend. Thank you for being here tonight. We hope to have you again tomorrow. Let's go to you, Jeremiah. Is it Zawiye? Jeremiah, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, JR. It's a pleasure once again to be here. My own is our feedback from the district. It will be followed by recommendation if it will be taken into consideration. It has to do with whether we can provide a calling session that our people will call. I don't know how can we do that, or to get a feedback whether they are actually following us. Because what we're doing here is not for ourselves, and those are all that got access to internet. But if the radio can relay and then the feedback that whether they will be listening, if we cannot hear it, and there will be a section that the 15 minutes for to get a feedback from our people, because the farm message that we are trying to send out, the main people that's supposed to consume that information is our people. So I will recommend that if we can find that means for that to happen. My main reason that the election is very, very important, because Buyao, since Buyao became a district, it has been only Representative Samuel Koga. And when we decided to make the decision to have Samuel Koga there, I can boastfully say that we produce a very good person, and today he's a senator. So they replace somebody that, I'm sorry for my voice, I got a little cool. Somebody that's supposed to replace Koga should be somebody of that same, if not close, should be more than Samuel, because we'll be preparing that person for a bigger picture. Mind you, there's a district that produced in the past great sons and daughters. To name few, Jasin Fiado, DK Musalie, Baba Sandy, and the list goes on. If for any reason we will want to replace these great heroes, we should try our best not to grab any other person, but to try our utmost best to bring out one of our best. That way, we will be sending message that Buyao is a rural district, but they cannot make mistake, and they have never made mistake to push their best. So let us try our best and send out a message, because anybody, the world is looking at us, the country is looking at us, to not make mistake and replace Koga with somebody not to the tax. It will not offer us well. And when we make that mistake, the thing that will happen is just simple. You will see to it that the entire nation will gather us, that we are trying to bring the district down. We are trying to bring ourselves down. So it is something that is common of all of us. It is not one person's business to bring our best so this country together, we can build this country together. Thank you for now.
Thank you. I gotta ask you this question because you are from the district. I've asked almost all of those appearing here. It is your right to support candidate. It is your right to stay away. Whom are you supporting in this election?
I am supporting Takpo Mabia.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Ato Wogbe, have you spoke? Have you speak? Sorry. After you are muted, can you please unmute yourself? After, if you are speaking, we are not getting you. You have to unmute yourself.
Am I clear?
Yeah, you are okay now.
Thank you. So, like I said, this is my first time. So today is my debut on the show. And I've not spoken like you. I asked what I've spoken. I said no, I've not spoken. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing to be on the show. Not only that we are discussing District 5, by the matter of my introduction, I'm Arthur Ogbe. I come from Ganta, but historically our root comes from Tabeta.
Okay.
Yeah, historically our root comes from Tabeta. I was born in Ganta, raised in Ganta, went to school in Ganta, but my parents came from Tabeta. So I got Tabetan blood run in me. But district number 5 issue is about Nimba. I voted in district number 5. And I purposely chose to do that in 2023 because I did not have representative interest in district number 1 election no more. I was key and focused on the national politics, but I needed my voting identity in Nimba. So I selected district number 5 based upon the work that the current senator now, who was then the representative, have done in district number 5 for the fact that he was elected 3 times. And what I saw there for myself, as far as development is concerned, as far as being in touch with the young people, as far as being in touch with the older, the middle class, they are all concerned. In my mind, I thought Representative Koga then did extremely well, and saying I did not have voting interest in district number 1 where I born, grew up, and then actively took part in the politics there. I thought of going to district number 5 to vote in district number 5. Specifically, I voted in Weebiple at the Weebiple school. There where I voted. And I'll be going there back to go vote again. But it's a critical thing. The guys who are in the race today, I know they are not candidate here. They are still aspiring until the election commission can qualify them. But if I do not know all, but I think I know almost all. The Jasmine Bureau, myself, were schoolmates at the University of Liberia. The people, Baron Bali.
Boris Bali.
Boris Bali. I know he participated to part in the Ganda election when we were going against. I mean, when the same brand now representative were going against us. I know a couple of them. I know Koto Kragru. I know Koto Kragru. He's my junior brother, and we have been together for long. We all work for the same team, so I know a lot of them. But what interests me is that the people of district number 5 are one decent people from Nimba who you don't overlook their intelligence when it comes to voting. For the fact that district number 5 saw Okoga in a seriously contested election, not 1 time, not 2 times, and the 3rd time, and people voted him, it means that the people can dot the R very well and cross the T very, very excellently as to who they vote for. So I know they will do that in this coming election, in the by-election. So as a result, the people are so educated there, they know who to vote for. So I don't want to select my candidate as to who I will vote for publicly to announce, because I know you will ask me. So I just thought to say that quickly before you can come to your question. I don't want to say I thought to remain mute into the politics. But what I can say to all of them is that they got to be very meticulous as to what things that they want to achieve on behalf of the district. Because to replace a man of Koga who is currently a senator, and not just a senator of our country, but also one of the national leaders in our country, to replace that kind of man, you should be very meticulous as to what you want to achieve, what you want for the people to see, what are things that you do that will make impact on the life of the people. So all of them, they got to be very clear, and they got to be articulate to the issue so that our people can benefit things that they have decided to do for our people in district number 5. So I just thought to flag that out. But district number 5 people are good people. Bulk of the guys who are contesting, they are all my friends, big brothers. They are all good people. But the district people will see they're the best among the rest of the guys. So I just thought to flag that out quickly.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Arthur. We are glad to have you on here tonight. Let's hear you, Menka. Mr. Menka, let's hear you. Please unmute yourself. You are still muted. So again, I want to relay here that tomorrow we're going to have the lone female candidate. Mandy is going to be here tomorrow, and hopefully by Wednesday we will have Takwa on here again. But tomorrow's show is a little bit decisive. We have to decide between Mandy and Colonials Miami. So we'll choose between those two people who to appear here tomorrow. And on Friday, the superintendent of Nima County, Manakaumia Gono, will be appearing here. The reason why we are bringing Cole here is because we want to hear from her what has been her strategy in developing the counties, because she has been doing a whole lot of decent work in the county recently, or recent the program for Airscript project in San Nicole. So our discussion is going to center around that. But since Mr. Menka is not here, we'd like to go back again to start with, let's say, Chris. Let's start with you, Chris, because we almost exhausted all of our time here tonight. And those that are doing a relay, we need to maybe relieve them from their post to tell them that we are done with the show for today. You guys can leave.
Okay, thank you, Guillaume. And as many speakers have said, let me say good evening to my own big brother, Ato. And I know the issue about the by-election. I want for the people of district number 5 to take into consideration somebody who will have the charisma, who will have the lobbying power, not just a new representative, but somebody who will be able to cut clause across the board, understand the livelihood of the people of district number 5. This is the 21st century. We should have a leader who will develop, there's a 10 years plan that will develop maybe 15 years plan. We should just have a leader who will just come today to give up $5 or $10 just in the need to vote for them. I want to encourage the people of district number 5.
As the tradition demand on the show, even though you say you're from Tapeta, some may say you don't have voting rights in district number 5, but you've been listening to most of those candidates. Who do you support in this by-election?
For this right now, I'm still looking at all those candidates to present a platform, because I hail from a student background, very critical in person indeed. During this in the Nima student committee, people who knows about all that we're talking about it. So I want for all those candidates to bring up the platform. Then we can put down the political microscope to analyze the one we think will better suit the people of district number 5. We don't just want to endorse somebody or call somebody because we went to school with that person or we know that person. But district number 5 interest should matter in the process. So all those candidates will come out with their platform. Then after all that, we have been finding inclusive from the start to where we are today. Then there are a few things I will take into consideration before I call anybody in the picture. Number one, what the plan you have for the district in the next 10 years. I'm not just looking at today. I'm not just looking at today, but I'm looking at the next 10 years. What the plan you have for the district. The next 10 years, what the plan you have for the young people. They should not just be people Amanda being politicians. What the plan you have for the young people for the next 10 years. What a plan you have for the market women that have a better ball. What a plan you have for the citizens of that district, United people. What a plan you have for the health sector, the agriculture sector. So all these things, before I will look at all the candidates and look at the platform and sit on the platform. If I see what I want for the district number 5, the interest of the people, then I will endorse that candidate or call that candidate. But always saying it, our politicians to look beyond. They should not do things for today. In the great United States we live in today, they are 19 years old that contest to become governor of South Dakota. 19 years old. Now the men bringing out play for the next 25 years. The next 25 years, when you want to see South Dakota, 19 years old bringing out play up. So now the people of Nima, precise district number 5, our candidates, What a plan they have for the next 10 years. What a plan they have for the next 8 years for our young people, for our brothers and sisters, for our women, for our mothers, for the health sector. So all these things are going to be taking the consideration as sport degree before them. That I'm from a very critical background. I think people after will know my family good, the city family. I'm a very critical person in my days in the senior committee. And I think in somebody replacing somebody Senator Koga, who had a pedigree to slow factor in the House of Parliament. I think you have to have somebody who will have that charisma to stand for the people, not for District number 5 alone, for the people of Nimba County. Not for District number 5 alone, for the people that are coming from Sani Kuri, the people that are coming from Ganta, the people that are coming from Tapeta. Because remember, the King that was Koga was speaking on the arsenal mental issue. When they are only the people of Nimba, he was not speaking for District number 5. He was speaking for the people of Nimba. So if that kind of leader that will be lucky among those candidates, then somebody I think is better or the suit that position, I'll make a position statement. But for now, I want to look at both candidates, to look at the platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We will hope to have you here tomorrow. Let's try to blend our parting statement with this. All of us. We'd like to welcome to the show, I don't know, BKS. The president for BKS. I don't really know you by name personally.
I think I got Siawe.
No, this is not Siawe. I'm sorry. I tried to tap in. It was a mistake, but this is Armstrong Whistler Maza.
Okay, Armstrong, I'm begging you because of those that are following us. I know maybe it might be heated from your end, but please try to put on something that I can bring you back on the screen, please.
Thank you.
So, Aloysius, let's hear you. After Aloysius, we're going to go to Bobby Wanty and Menka. We're also coming. Then we go to Arthur. Then we run the show like that.
Oh, okay. So nothing much I have to say. And I listened to my brother and friend, Arthur Wogbe, and saying that Booyah, he knows how Booyah can vote, and people of Booyah, how they know what to bring on board. And for sure, bro, we are here. We provide the information and to bring the best to the table. The discourse will be filled with intellectual. We are doing the best they can, and our citizens and the people, especially those in the district, some are not there, but we're still following. We providing information, and we appreciate you, coming here as well to say those things. While it's true that we depend on their choices, on their decision, they also need to be informed of other things because they are not following. Some of them don't know what is really happening outside now. And so for your coming here, then all of you coming here from Tapeta area, we all were on the campus there, and with the same thing. Now we are on the national scene. So I'm glad that we're not stopping. We're visiting one another, district by district, and we are all doing for the betterment of our county. Is now Booyah. Tomorrow, who knows? It will be Tapeta District 6. So,
Aloysius, I want to hold you there to ask this question. It's very important to me.
Okay.
One may say those of us that are outside. Let me say those of you that are outside of Liberia who doesn't have voting right are so anxious about the politics that are ongoing in Liberia. Why you guys do so?
Okay.
You don't let people to make their choice.
Yeah. Oh, we don't let the people to make their choice.
Yes. So
you said
my question is, why is it that folks that are outside of Liberia are so anxious about the politics in Liberia, even though they do not have the voting right?
I got you. Yeah, like I said early on, my brother, I'm from Buele. I was born and raised in Buele. I came to Monrovia at the age of 16. My mother, my father, my family, my cousins, everybody in Buele right now. My mother, group of people in Manwe as well. I grew up in Monrovia as well. I went to school in Monrovia, and we saw a lot of things. I sold clothes and ladies in bed, down water side, while attending virtual Liberia, sending spray in the street. I don't know what I'm talking about. And having traveled to the United States and see what is happening here, like my brother from Tabata who is in the city, okay, I think it's in the city, he just mentioned. There are a lot we are seeing here, and why those things are happening here, why those positive things are happening. It is happening because how the people vote, what they're voting for, the policy they're bringing on the table, what you're going to do within the next 10 years. How you see the youth in Uya, the youth in Nima, the youth in Liberia, what you have in package for them, that when you leave tomorrow, it will still be helpful to them. And we ourselves want to come down. You think it's easier? It's easier to leave the family, my colleagues, my classmates, my personal friends from the community. I just abandon all of them. I'm here in Iowa by myself, trying to establish new life. It's not just easy. It's not just easy to sit in those places by yourself. So we also want to come home. So we need a peaceful home. We need a developed community. We are also trying to undertake some projects in Liberia. Some people are building schools, some people are building hospitals, some people want to retire in Liberia. We don't want to be here forever. So when we come to Liberia, how will it be? How will Liberia be? Will Liberia be conducive to accept, or will the environment be good for every one of us? Especially we who have lived, or people who have lived outside Liberia in a modern world. So we are so concerned. They are not only Liberia. When you look at Kenya today, I work with people from Kenya, from Bosnia, and other people, other countries. Those people here, they do their retirement in their home. They develop it. So when they reach a certain age, they go to Liberia. I mean, they go to their country, the Kenya and other places to live. And what's taking in there? They are talking about electricity, the security, the road connectivities, the health. When you have those things in those places, then tomorrow we will say, okay, I can go to Liberia, I can go to Buelu, I can go to Butu and sit down there. Butu get cold storage, then you constant electricity. There's everything you think you can get in a modern society. We have it in Butu. So no need for me to even live in Monrovia. I can sit down in Butu and do my call like we're doing right now. We'll be connected to people around the world. So those are some of the reasons. It is not because we want to come in and be representative and be senator or be ministers. No, for me, no, personally, my concern is peace. And then the people who are on the ground, my brother, people are suffering in our country. The youth are suffering. The youth are suffering in our country. We pitted everyone on ground, almost everyone on ground, the youth in particular. So what program you have? People don't eat. Everybody, like, people look angry. People look so aggressive. Why you think they are aggressive? They are not eating. They are not sleeping to the place they're supposed to sleep. I went to University of Liberia. I came here. But I've been doing my little hustle here, my little work. I'm sustaining my family here. You know how to get PhD to live a life that a life requires, the basic needs of life. You don't have to get PhD. But those conditions are not in our country today. So we want for the condition, those conditions to be there. That's why we're talking. We are not against anybody in particular, but we are against the system. We are against the system. We want for the system to be revived. We want for the system to come up with something better for every one of us. So thank you so much for that question.
Thank you. The question across, let's try to answer in 3 minutes. We got to relieve the guys at the radio station. So, Alfonso, you know, you and I, we stay last. So, since Mecca have not spoken, we will have to speak with Mecca. Then we can go to Mendy, we go to Ato, we go to Armstrong, then Chris, Celie, and Alfonso, myself, we can stay last on this. Mecca, the question stays the same. Why is it that folks outside Liberia who does not have the voting right? When I say voting right, it doesn't mean you are not a citizen of Liberia, but indeed you do not have voting card right now to vote in Liberia. But indeed, we are so unsure about the political activities within the country, in the district, in the county. Why is it so?
Oh, hello, you can hear me?
Yeah, we are getting you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I just want to thank, I hear your question, but I just want to thank Arvin for the opportunity given us from Booyah. I know our district, I'm not really happy with our district, honestly speaking. I'm not happy with our district. You see, Justin Hebdo, when he came from that Booyah, you see Prince Johnson from the Booyah, you see Carl Dicker down, all of them from the Booyah, or Arvin added to them. I mean, they make you all proud. And the people then who are already passed, they make us proud. When it comes to Nima, almost Justin Hebdo from Booyah, he almost became president. And how Prince Johnson was, everybody know him. Booyah is very important. But the governing system over there, I don't really favor it. Those who really want to be represented in Booyah, because like when you are campaigning is different from governing. They will talk all the social things when they get over there. You don't see them doing anything. I always come in Liberia, especially when you reach BAM, you don't really see, maybe recently, I started coming there 2011. 2011, I was even looking for a road to go to Booyah in BAM. There was no road at all. So I really want for people when they elect them to be represented, to represent Booyah. They know Booyah is very important in Liberia as a whole. So maybe the young people, they don't know the importance of Booyah. And they're treating the place like that. There is no development. Booyah is just like annexed to Africa Coast. Honestly, when you reach over there, there's nothing there. Samuel Koga is saying that he's my personal friend from Africa. I know him personally. He knows me personally. But all are from Booyah over there. But those who really down there, they just want to get Monrovia and take care of themselves, or some people just want to relax and get their retirement money. But our people, they're suffering. So when you come to the question you asked, because everybody want to go home and relax. Look at Booyah over there. Look at Ban. Look at Mano area. They have high school over there. Look at BB towns in our area. We're supposed to have high school. I don't know whether they have high school in Glole. In fact, Lepula is supposed to have high school. So our children will not go far off. Or Butu is supposed to have high school. So our children will not go far off. We need community colleges in our area, but nothing there. Completely nothing. So we sit here, though the aspirant candidate, you're calling their names. I don't really know them. But I don't know what kind of impact it will make in Booyah. I don't really know. But personally, I really want to be frank with you. The person I support is Ome or Menkua, because he uses own personal money.
Are you from the inland background?
Yeah, I'm from inland background.
Okay.
He uses personal money. You know the bridge you're looking at over there. Even when Kalongo Luoden was minister, all.
Yeah, we lost our papi. We lost him.
The inland gone.
Yeah, the inland folks, they are united. I can see that. But let's hear you.
Also for Inland. Remember that one got them for Inland.
So I think you will support the Inland in the race. Let's hear you. Ashton, where is your current location? Are you in Liberia?
Oh, okay. My man, where I gotta go? I ain't like, bro. I don't bet myself to get out yesterday.
Okay. So let's hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, we're getting you. Let's hear you.
Oh, okay. So thanks to the CEO for this huge opportunity for our citizens. I think it needs to be celebrated, because seeing our people here for the diaspora and we here in Liberia having such a show, like my big brother Bobby Wanty recommended. Somebody recommended, but I can't remember what Zawiye. That should be really for our people to hear us. I think it's a plus for our people, and we have to applaud him for that. I'm happy. To the election, anyway, today is my first day following this show, and thanks to DK White for sending me the link as well. the election, people thinking that it's a friendship issue. I don't think so. Some of us, we are been away from the district because of advice from some of our uncles that they live Francis Brown, we should leave Koga alone, let him do what he want to do. Now that Koga is out of that district, we're going to be very robust. We're going to follow everything there.
So
Very serious.
don't you think those same folks that told you to stay away from Koga to do
No,
the thing?
No, sincerely, for the nuclear chief though I from the man who motivated me was the late Francis Mellon, and he's gone. Bobby wanted to do the project I'm talking about. So on the basis of that, we allow Koga to just run our district on his own, and we help run campaign for him. He's now senator. So that district going to be very, very focused district that we're going to pay our attention to because we are way behind. See, I'm from Blale, and my father established in Buto. He served the district over there as zone chief. People here know about Joseph Maza. We imagine they're going to sell a land in recent time, and I went there to get a land back. I said, wow, really? So we're going to live all our times there now. We're going to focus on that place. So we need a leader who's going to understand what it takes to develop and understand what it takes. I mean, to make people to understand that the century that we're in now, what happened in the past cannot happen today. So we're going to live, we're going to pay attention over there. Whoever going to replace Koga should be somebody who understands leadership, should be somebody who can have a test scheme for criticism as well, because we're going to make sure and be moved to Blale every week by the grace of God. Yeah. That's why I was saying I recommended to DK that everybody should be able to come on the show because my own cousin is contesting. Go William Zonic. I want you to come on the show too so that you can hear what people are saying, all the recommendations so that you can take them in. Because whoever wins, we're not going to relent. We're going to just start everybody. We're going to be very critical because our district is way behind.
Who might be here on Thursday? You already said your cousin is contesting, so I don't need to ask you again who you supporting.
No, I'm not giving support. He knows that very well. I'm a critical person. I'm not giving support. We're from the same home, we're from the same house. His mother in the States. We are related, but he knows me very well. I'm not giving support because I don't want to give anybody support to more regret. I'm still analyzing other than their platform. What have you? We have not come out to endorse anybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here today too as well. Bobby,
it's my pleasure, and I wish to be here all the time. And I'm happy that we have this platform for our people in our district.
Thank you. The show is actually relay. That's why when we come, we want to maintain the time those guys are working in because they have other programs that are aired on the radio too. So
that's good.
Like our
so I want to touch you. I want to touch you in Butu that so Joseph Busla Maza land. You listen to me.
I
had to go down there and let you know that Joseph Maza serve as zone chief elect and that be so because we're going to develop. All of us going to focus in our district now.
Ashkan, we beg you. We thought I want behind the scene. Yeah, we beg you.
You're welcome, brother. I just kidding, man. Thank you.
Okay. So, Bobby Wanty, let's hear you. Your party comment blank with the question.
Yeah, JR, thank you. Thank you very much. Ato, how you doing? Ato being a very, very, very close friend to me. Me, Ato, the present VP, we all mingled around. Ato and I played for the same team. We went to the same school. Chris, I met Chris in Fargo when we went there. You know, it is good to know your district. It's good for us to have this kind of conversation. You will not know people until you get close to those people. Like my friend, brother Ato said earlier, Ato left a district, which is district number 1. It's there where Ato lived a whole life. So Ato went to District 5 because he don't want to lose his citizenship from Nimba. So, yeah, I was opportune to go around with most of the lawmakers from Nimba County, which was when we take a tour to go to the U.S. I don't live in the U.S. I live in Australia. This show that we on every day, when my time is different. When the show is starting, it can be 5 o'clock a.m. to me here.
Okay.
So today is Tuesday, like Tuesday morning. So I'm way ahead. So I can make my way to getting here. Like
quick question, quick one.
Yeah.
How you managing with those pets? You got all with there, snake, big spider, all those things there. How you doing it there?
You can't eat it, you can't eat it.
I will answer you. I will answer you this way, Jim. Before, long time ago, I remember when my first time to leave from Liberia, I traveled to Cameroon when I was in Africa. I traveled around a little bit before coming to Australia. At one point, I met, one white guy in Cameroon. He go like, oh, no, not Cameroon. When in China, he go like, oh, I want to go to Africa, but they say Africa is very poor. Africa, people that there, they sleep under the tree. I mean, they sleep on the tree. I say, yeah, that's why you heard they sleep on the tree, but you still want to go there. But what you see on social media or what you hear is not how it is. Yeah, it is true. We have a lot of pests, which is like snakes and most of the dangerous animals in the world, they born in Australia here. But it's like in the location, which people will come by and say Liberia is corrupt. But if you go to where I thought it's just a normal human being who do his own thing. But the general laugh, everybody say Liberia is corrupt. That's how it is. They way in the bush, way in the bush, But they give really right to animals in this place like crazy. You can't beat door in this place. You can't waste water on door. Like it's a prison thing. You go to jail for a very long time. If you kill snakes, bro. We will talk another day. My very first trouble I get into this country is I killed a toe floor. Seriously, I killed toe floor and I get into the program. It was because it was my first time, so they let me go. But they said the fine for it is 60,000, or I spent 6 months in jail. Just for fraud, then, Okay. But let's get into it.
Let's go to
let's get into it. I'm very happy, very, very happy for us to be here. Armstrong over there, Armstrong being my little brother. Armstrong came out with me. We all been together like a little brother. Armstrong father and I, we live together. We all live in the same house. So I will answer your first question, JR. You asked my brother Ellis earlier on why people that are outside of Liberia are so much into the politics in Liberia. If you do your research, the Liberian economy, 75% of that economy came from we that outside. So if you that inside giving 25 and we outside giving 75, that means our heart is to where it is. Our heart is there. When it comes to my district, like this district thing we playing with, which we're talking about election by election coming, this one, that one. There are a lot of questions we have to ask those people coming. If those people that are coming into this election at this time, if they're thinking that before, the way thing was before is how things going to be, they will be mistaken. Because some of us will not sit down here for somebody to ride on our district.
Okay.
Like I asked a couple of those aspiring are coming, what have you done for the district? People miscalculate representative position. I'm not in favor of people that ask us representatives that go and build school, build hospital, build this, build that. If you're building a school, you're taking the Minister of Education job to do, and then there will be a little bit of interest there. As a lawmaker, you get a school. So what about the other people? What about the government school that in that district? Nobody going to go there because you're going to influence everybody to come to your school. If you build a hospital or clinic, what happened to the Ministry of Health? So what you do for us is go in there and fight the Ministry of Health, lobby and bring the school or bring the healthcare to our people. Don't go do your retirement thing, then you come to us, you say you do something for us. It's not for us. So we will not sit here for people to come. Like me personally, I'm not interested into politics at this movement. I don't know if I'll be interested in future, but man, I don't know, but I don't want it. But in my district, in my hometown, there's a lady when I used to play football, they used to collect red during our game time. At one point in time, the woman was pregnant and then something happened. She's supposed to give birth and they were taking her to Yaglali from Dinkley. For some reason, she died on the way going. So they have to put her body on the motorbike and carry back to Dimpley. That thing touched me, it hit me. I decided to build a clinic in Dimpley. Why? Because if there was a little clinic in Dimpley at that time that they used to sell pink tablet or they used to get pink tablet, it might keep that lady to get to gladly. But at that time, there was nothing. So I have to do this, not because I want to run for representative tomorrow. I believe I owe the people in Dimpley the Lord. I believe I owe Nima County the Lord. Let's start doing the thing before election. When you come and start bribing or with one bridge, with one old school or Palava house, it's a bribing. We not take it at this time. That's a good gesture for me. So if anybody go into that district and come back and say, oh, I become representative, I will do what I have to do because I'm a salary, that my entitlement. And brother, we will remove you. We will fight you and you will move. So we will not sit here for people to come and round our district. We appreciate the people that was there, which was Honorable Koga. Since our district became district, is Honorable Koga been there. Before then, our Wally Duna, those people pay their part. But it left with us that following them to make sure if we hold those people by their head, they will work for us. Let my picking Armstrong say, I don't support what Uncle Spencer Memon said to Armstrong. Let's leave Koga alone. No, Koga been my biological brother, my personal friend. Koga and myself go everywhere, but Koga and I fight every day. Because I will tell Koga the truth. Koga, you have to do what you have to do for the district because we are your employer. We employ you. You're working for us. We're not working for you. So you have to do it. So if we don't hold up people and somebody say, oh, that man, our brother, you know, that my own friend, just leave him alone, let him do what you want to do. We're telling our right. We're telling our district to those people, no. All those people that are coming to be running now, we pray. And I believe in my district. I trust our district. We have never ever bowed down for anything. We have never been sold for any money. So I believe District 5 will come up with the best candidate in this race. Whether you brother to somebody, you sister, you family, District 5 will make a sound decision. That district I produced a great leader. That district I produced over 3 different presidents in Liberia. When I say produce, some of the list Senator Johnson from District 5. But follow all the election in Liberia. Everybody that became president, Senator Johnson made them before they get to that point. So we will not sit down. Koga have been one of those people that do successful coup d'etat in Liberia, and it was successful politically.
When you say successful, I beg, we will go to the other discussion maybe next time, please. To Wednesday, Saturday, we're going to
conclude, I'll make it sure to conclude, for us to replace Honorable Koga, we have to know who is going there. We will stand there to talk. Now we're violent, now we're yelling, now we're cursing, but to talk with logic. Koga and I travel to the US. We know how we lobby for Liberia. Chris is there, Chris knows. We know how we mingle ourselves around. When Koga is presenting the case for Liberia to people outside the world, my brother, you will be proud of the son that you have to represent you. Despite with all these things that happen in the district, people still have the district at heart. But all those brothers are coming, sisters are coming to that ready, all we are family members. We pray for peaceful election. We pray for everybody to come down. Election will come and go. Let's look at everybody as a one family. After election, we live together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Saturday, we're going to have Aloysius here with Ellis. They're going to have their personal debate as to the candidate they are supporting, why they think their candidate is the best. So it's going to be a heated discussion on Saturday. We're also going to come here to evaluate the 2 of them because they will be representing their candidates. Now let's hear you, Chris Silly. You answer the question and then you blink it with your parting statement.
Okay, thank you to all the speakers on their points. But the question I have to do with the reason that we in the dark spirit, or we're talking about politics by whom. I would like to dive into 3 major points just shortly. One have to do with policy. Policy is different. Out of a policy, what we are seeing in the diaspora, like example in Australia, what we have seen in Australia, like in the United States here, what we are seeing when it comes to representation, what they have to do for the constituent, that put in the position to advocate back home for our people, to talk about it back home. In the United States here, people don't go into government job to get rich. They go into government job to serve the people. But in Africa, it's opposite. So like me, I came to the United States 6 years now. I've been highly involved in the library activities, the NEMA activities. We have met with Congress people. I think he was just online, he was talking about that. And we have looked at our foreign policy and compared to what we have in Liberia. We sit behind time. And who can make that difference? Who can make it happy? Those sons and daughters who left the country have taught how to experience. They have to serve in government job. They don't have to go into the ministry. They have to go into the legislature to make a difference. But to critique those platforms of those guys, their agenda, critique and compare to what we are seeing here, then we can better discuss that. The next thing I have to do is the leadership style. In America here, you take food today. Here in America here, you call Congress to answer. In America here, you take food today, call Congress, it's normal. If you call, they will respond to your question. But how many lawmakers in Liberia, there are people in their offices that line, they have line for the district, that you can sit in Booyah and call that hotline when there's an emergency for the response. How many of them? The next thing is look at accident mental issue. I on UNICO committee now drafting the president of UNICO. Look at accident mental issue. Those policy they have all the agreement they brought before, those lawmakers that were there, 2005 when they took over, they don't, of course they represent them well, but the experience they have to critique the particular document, they couldn't have it. Their English word being used within that document. You will say, oh, provide housing unit. Somebody can bring continue to you today. It's a housing. That's shut up. They couldn't look at those phrases that take into consideration. Today, NEMA can have been affected by that accident issue. If we have people who understand, who could stand for the cause of critique the policy at that time, we couldn't be here. So these are things we will sit and we see the experience of some of those people, sons and daughters, that they have traveled outside of Liberia compared to what we have. I think we have enough to do. Botswana, when I use snow, I talk about Botswana. Look at the country of Botswana. When they have the independent, they don't have high school. But each household in Botswana get cow. And the government sold that cow to build a public university in Botswana. Look at Botswana today. Education in Botswana free of charge. They pay students in Botswana. Look at Namibia. These are African countries I'm talking about in the Western world. Today in Liberia, how many students from Booyah, from NEMA country are going to school? In Incubus, that's in NEMA university. The government pay their fees. They get it from government. How many of them? Today, when somebody said the whole GFK, they have a deposit money before they operate the person. If no money die as patient, how many lawmakers we have that had a pedigree, that had a thick skin to take the fight? That's what I said in District Number 5. These are things I'm going to be looking at.
Too troubling, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at this thing to critique them before I endorse somebody. Again, that peace be the major actor in our election. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. We hope to have you here tomorrow. Thank you so much. Let's conclude with Arthur Wogbe. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. So I promise that moving forward, I will be on the show regularly. At least to make my contribution, not only to District Number 5, but to NEMA and Liberia at large. And you asked a very important question to Booyah citizens outside Liberia. Like I said, I did not come from Booyah. I hail from Tabata, but born, grew up in Ganta. But I'm voting in Booyah, and I took a political decision for a specific reason we have outlined earlier. But the question you asked the guy is very significant and important. Why why should they not have political interest? They must even have political interest more. There is something the guys in America they are involving that have a significant impact on our economy. That is called remittance. Remittance, according to Central Bank 2024 report, it says that remittance account for 60 to 65% of our growth in our economy. So it means that the citizens in Buyao send money to their people, be it for business purpose, be it for infrastructure development, be it for farming, but they send money that makes significant impact. And there's a saying that says in our country that poke your mouth to where your money goes. So the guys from Buyao must have a say in the election. Whatsoever situation in Buyao, they must have a say in it. Having said that, Buyao people, they are critical people. Nima into tactic. People say, as time we are going to Nima conversation, I differ with people. When people say, oh, they put out of vote, man, Labrador putting out of vote, Nima putting out of vote, they're not growing out of vote, I differ. There are a series of elections beginning from 2005 to where we are, that our people voting style has changed, that have informed you that the people are very rational moving forward per election. Let me give you a classical joke. Jeremiah Zawi, I hope he's on the show. If he left, I know he's listening. Jeremiah Zawi, election passed already. Jeremiah Zawi was supporting CDC in the 2023 election. And I said, hardcore Unity Party man supporting Unity Party. And when I decided to register in Buyao District 5, in the Unity Party strategic planning, I was assigned to Buyao to coordinate and direct the affairs of Unity Party in Buyao. I made a series of appearances on relationship in Buyao. Just for that, I did not appear to BKS. But I went to the relationship on Koka Bay in Bipley, right when you went to Blue, when you go to Blue, the road there, right on the side of the road. I made a series of appearances there. So during the election, when I went to Blue in the heat of the campaign, all of you know the election was very tense. When I got to Blue, Jeremiah Zawi was in Blue. He has spoken to the elders and the young people, the women in Blue sufficiently. Blue being a traditional home of Nima politics and one of the senior godfathers of Nima, one of the senior godfathers of Nima politics, the late Jackson Yado, Blue people were very conscious. I listened to the old man in the meeting. Not the old man said to Jeremiah, Jeremiah, I hope you can remember it. The old man said, Jeremiah, voka pe ika jowa ne pe wa kakwa lese to man. When the old man asked that question and sat back to deep breath, I knew that our people were conscious enough and something was about to happen. That question could not be answered. Till when the election came and votes were being checked, the only district that won district number 5 in terms of huge vote accumulated by Unity Party in Nima was district number 7. Followed by district number 7 was district number 5. In my statistics.
Thank you. I think we lost the boss man himself. But again, folks, I'd like to say thank you guys for being here tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be here. And all other days, if you are available, we are here as always to inform our people. Even after the election, we'll still be here to discuss the issue of Liberia, as other TV platforms are doing it. So we ask you to join us in this struggle together. Again, I'd like to say thank you to all of you for being here tonight. It was a wonderful show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day. So that's it, folks. You've been listening to the Heat Hour here on BKS TV. My name is Junior Payne, and let's hear from you finally, Afonso. I know you and I, we can stay beyond that.
Yeah, man. we are the almost the place.
So we
everybody go. We have to leave. We have to sweep the ground. Yeah. So yeah, the show was a good show. Only that the internet was like fluctuating. Hope like the still next time he appears. And I like the fact that everybody had a positive view of about our county Nimba and Muya region in particular. And it is good that people from Nimba will be showing concern to appear on this platform so that this platform can not only be for the people of Muya, but the people of Nimba and Liberia at large. Everything we'll be discussing here will be issues that will be affecting our people across the country. And so if people of diverse background coming here to be part of us, I think you're welcoming. But again, the question you asked about diaspora people concerned in politics in Liberia, I myself, when I was in Liberia, I used to ask the question, not knowing, not knowing the actual contribution of those people from the diaspora to the people of Liberia. Because I didn't have any family here. I was sending me anything, so I didn't know anything about that. But coming here to see the contribution of the people in the diaspora to the people back home, I believe actually without those here in the diaspora, Liberia would not be heading anywhere. Because even the people in Ghana, yes, indeed, even though they stood their ground to development, but it did not just come from just the ordinary citizens in Ghana. It came from people who went to Great Britain, school in Great Britain, the Ghanaian that left and went there and the school there, and they start working there, and they start bringing some of those things back, some of those civilization, civilized way of living, some of the advanced infrastructure. When you learn it out there, you bring it back to your country and start to, hopefully factory, helping people in the community. I think these are things that making all of African countries develop. And you can see Kenya, for instance. There are a lot of Kenyan here in Minnesota where I live. I have almost what 50 of them I know. Each time I where you from Kenya. And they got a lot of stuff going on back home. While they are here, they are investing back home. Similarly, when you get to Monrovia, you'll notice how Liberia are investing in Monrovia. I mean, in Liberia, meaning Monrovia. See all the infrastructure changing from those Asian way of building to the modern one. See things changing. RI have will tell you. You see all of the guest houses, they advanced it. You come to Niba, right there, you see how the typical Niba and here in America, you see what they're doing to in Niba. You can see some. So I think it is good. We come to join them. The idea of improving that. So that's why when we came here, we did not just say we have to stay like 5 years before we start speaking to our people. The moment we arrive here, we start the engagement right away with our people, telling them that we are not far from them, we're right by them. Every time we feel their pain, but it's just not easy, to, when you're working, your salary, to share your salary with your family and also extended family and other group of people. It's not an easy thing. So yeah, the diaspora people are doing well. They actually need to go into the election, how the electoral activity, the politics of Liberia, because our people there are people who will just go and start fooling people all around, and they don't even have that requisite, no criteria or qualification to actually represent the people. These are people who will say, okay, I want to represent my people, but he are not really gone across the border, the nearby border around there, Guinea, Africa, Sierra Leone. They are not even crossed to go there. So they don't know what happening out there. Some of them cannot even do research. They sit down because maybe they get small cash or they go to Luma, they want to every time they want to. So these are things. I'm not degrading them for that. You cannot go out, but you can be a good person, educated person from that place, you can do well. But sometimes it's good that you have, national, international connection, so that things can come. You got a national connection, and nobody in a national setting there to bring what you want. If you had an international connection that will bring things that you want. These are things that we're talking about. It's good to invest in your country, and it's good. The other one you talk about the appearance of the soup. Hey, my man, I don't know how you break that kind of news without telling me say it about man. I clear my throat for that day. I need to get my ginger bottle salmi.
Yeah, you need to get set.
Yeah.
You know, she's a trained cadre, though. She know how to handle the media.
No. I know that. I know she's a smart lady, and the other lady too that is to appear. I know it's a Thursday from Buyao. Also, yeah, we have to tomorrow, right? Yeah. So we have to keep her on track and make sure that she not be flattened by some of our guys around. So yeah, it's good. It's good to guys show that this. We try to improve every day. It's just that the internet connection today was like that's all.
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to. I should do everything in my closing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to say thanks to all those who commented down there. I really some of the comment last me. We want to say thanks to them and encourage them to always follow and share the show. We're building the audience to see how we can go wider in the country. At least every area you get your data and you listen to it will be a very good thing. And John, my recommendation to you too. Sometimes some other people, when their network is bad, as long as their name is on the screen, I was talking to them, you will be making that recommendation every time that we're talking to so and so person. The person can either call through, the phone. Then you relay it that way will be very better than the way he did it last time. As the same voice continue going, so it will be a little bit good. You now have to show face clearly. So when you show the face and the internet is giving hard time, sometimes you can do direct call, then we'll be listening. We'll still questioning through that if they will be, it will be favorable to them. We can continue with that. If they say no, then we can maybe extend it to the next time. It will be okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, John.
Thank you, Afonso. Thank you for being here tonight. As always, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, folks, you've been listening to the Heat Hour here on BKS TV. My name is Junior Payne. I've been here with all of the guys. Catch it up tomorrow, same time, same TV station.